3, 2, 1. Hey, it's Wild Josh, and I'm joined by Kyle, Chase, and Ezra tonight. And we're going to talk about E.T. in the Star Wars universe. Now, let's get geeky. So in this video, I got another theory that came to me from Reddit. So I'm going to give props to the Redditor that came up with this theory. It's Ghosty Biscuits. And the theory is, the title is, we all know that E.T. is canon in Star Wars, right? But is he the only known canonical Star Wars character to ever visit Earth? And the theory goes as this. We see E.T., or at least his species, in Phantom Menace. E.T. obviously exists in the Star Wars universe, and the Star Wars exists in the E.T. universe too. And we have examples of that playing with the Star Wars toys in the movie, and seeming to recognize a kid in a Yoda Halloween costume in the movie. So if those two exist in each other's universes and E.T. came to Earth, it's feasible that Earth exists in the Star Wars universe, isn't it? So has this ever been proven? Have any Star Wars characters in canon or EU ever visited Earth? And that is the theory. So let's get into it. Who wants to go first? It looks like Chase does.
For once, I've done research, and my research, there was a few things I found, namely the cross between Indiana Jones and Star Wars. I don't know if you guys had ever heard
Was that in
this
Star
before.
Wars Tales?
Oh no,
Star
you're not
Wars-
going to
It
Crystal
is-
Skull,
it
are
is
you?
Star Wars Tales. No. It's about the
Okay.
fact that there was actually a comic. It's an EU comic, so non-canon anymore, where Han Solo and Chewbacca crash-landed in the Pacific Northwest, where Han was killed by Native Americans, and his skeleton was later found 126 years, looking at the Wikipedia for this, by Indiana Jones on his search for the famed Sasquatch, which would be Chewbacca. So,
Yeah.
in the expanded universe, there was definitely the link. In fact, there was something else. What was it? Star Tourist Travel Agency apparently also operated a vacation resort thing on Earth from the years founded somewhere between 1 and 0 BBY. So
Star
What
Tours.
was Star Tours?
Star
Okay.
Tours.
Is Star Tours
I'm
from
dyslexic?
the ride in Disney? Star Tours?
I don't know.
It must be.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Because that was what the ride was in Disney, Star Tours in MGM or Hollywood Studios or whatever they call it now.
So,
So I remember that comic book series because I actually collected the
Yep.
whole Tales comic book series, and they were all just short little Star Wars stories.
Yeah.
And that one was like one of my favorite ones. It always stuck with me that Indiana Jones found Han, and I thought that was so cool.
I actually have another. I'm gonna die. Let me. Sorry. Are the Lego games canon?
I don't think they
mean-
are, because I don't think Freemaker is Lego Freemaker, but I don't know for sure. Maybe it
Because
is.
in Lego Indiana Jones, you could unlock a character that was playable as Han Solo, and I believe in Lego Complete Saga, you could unlock Indiana Jones. Could you not?
yep.
So
you could.
according to what I
And
found
also,
online,
actually,
there's
now I'm
just
thinking
such
Lego
Sad
Indiana
truth.
Jones, the cutscene
can't
where he
speak.
switches the thing off of the thing is 3PO's head.
Oh, yeah. And supposedly there's hieroglyphs of
Yeah,
C-3PO and R2.
in Indiana Jones.
Oh,
yeah.
in Indiana
in
Jones.
Indiana
Yeah.
Jones, yeah.
So, while it may not be officially canon, I'm going to say yes.
So according to what I'm reading here, Lego Star Wars is a satirical twist on the Star Wars franchise and shouldn't be taken as canon. That's what I'm reading.
But I will take it as canon.
Fair.
So what I think that if we go right to the beginning of Star Wars, it doesn't say like, it says a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So that means that it's the same universe, right? It's just a different galaxy,
Yep.
far, far
Technically,
away.
yeah.
So I would say they definitely are the same universe. And I was thinking about this. I was actually talking about this with my wife when I first heard this, and I was like, what if on Earth, in this universe, Star Wars is like a biography of like events that took place a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. That's why on Earth there's Star Wars characters and Star Wars costumes, and when ET goes there, he sees those things.
That is an interesting concept, because wouldn't Star Wars have been made in the ET universe? So he would, in theory, be able to like watch the Star Wars movies like ET would.
Yeah.
Like,
But they wouldn't be like the actual events. They would be a movie played by actors portraying events that took place in his universe.
exactly.
And I looked, and his species, because we keep calling them ETs, but they have a species called Asogians. I didn't know that.
Is that the Star Wars name, or is that the ET
That's
canon
the
name?
Star Wars name, I believe.
Okay.
Because it's on Wikipedia.
In ET, does it say what they're called?
I don't believe so.
So he just is called ET throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, he's just an extra-terrestrial.
Yeah. Okay.
This is kind of interesting.
Kyle, I'm curious what your thoughts are, because this seems like a theory that'd be right up your alley.
Well, I mean, I think I agree with you when you talk about the long how it opens up.
Right.
I would agree.
So
go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, my thought was like, I didn't think there was ever anything in the Star Wars universe that could tie to our universe, like when exactly, a long time ago is. But that Star Wars, in EU, what is it called? The Star Wars story, or Chase, your thing, the comic book series, right?
Oh, Tales? Star Wars
Tales, right? Wouldn't that directly tie the universe to like our Earth history? Like, especially, so like if Han Solo crashed on Earth and was murdered by, would you say, like Native Americans?
Yep. So the name of the comic itself was Into the Great Unknown. It was Star Wars Tales number 19.
So that would basically put like a time, like a Earth date on when the Star Wars canon exists, and it would not be as long ago as I thought. Because like my thought was like Lucas was thinking, like before the Earth was like existed, or like before like there were humans on the Earth, or like, you know what I mean, like that far long ago. But
I mean, and Tales isn't not canon.
Yeah.
No, it's not anymore.
Yeah.
So are we
even then?
We
I don't know
where Han Solo died, and it was most certainly not the Pacific Northwest.
I mean, are we saying that if what
that's
true, then maybe also far, far away is not as far away as we thought it was?
We thought.
Maybe not. Especially if ET got here.
Well, we're technically, Earth is technically. I'm spending way too much time on the Wikipedia today, but
no, you're not.
Fair enough.
Never enough time. On
Earth is an outer rim territory as part of the Fath sector. So what that means for us is not much, but the space tours used Earth as a travel hub to get to Endor. So
really,
it must be somewhat of an intermediary between what I would figure is Coruscant is probably like the center. That's why they built the Republic and the Senate there.
I see.
And that's also considered, the inner territories. So I don't know entirely what, but if they're using that as like a layover, basically, we must not be that far away.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's my like. Uh, that's what I'm wondering in the space, these Star Tours or whatever. Like, how much could that really be canon? Because that essentially was made for a ride. Like all of that story was made for like a Disney ride. So, right?
Yeah, I don't
So
know
I
that.
don't know
That
how.
probably, to be honest, got flushed down the drain with the rest of the legends when Disney bought it.
Yeah.
Because then they made Disney Galaxy's Edge and put in the Planet Batu, and they made all these rides and stuff, which are canon.
Yeah,
The new stuff, anyways.
because there's books about them.
Yeah,
There's
and
like
comics and all kinds of
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So, and as far as like in between Coruscant and Endor, I'm trying to like look at a map right now, and I don't know how accurate this map is, but
Well, it's interesting to think that in the Star Wars universe, anyways, it's possible that a character could have gone to Earth,
oh,
and it makes me think about like Thrawn and Ezra. Like, could they have gone to Earth? Maybe.
maybe right, like when they
Maybe.
got lost.
Maybe Ezra is with us the whole time. Is
So
he like your great grandfather or something, Ezra?
maybe I am him. You don't know.
That'd be a few
Well, I
more
mean,
a few more greats thrown in there.
Yeah, probably. Well, if the legends, time,
Yeah.
if that's still like not canon, but if that still applies. I'm trying to find a map. So like from the map that I saw, and I don't know again how accurate this is, but like Coruscant is very close to the center, but like everything, I gotta see myself gesturing. So like Coruscant's in the center, and then the known galaxy is like this, and then there's like unknown galaxy, and there's this little arm of known galaxy where Endor is like right on the corner. So in between Coruscant and Endor technically is unknown galaxy.
Yeah.
But technically, if the ride was canon, Earth would be in some unknown galaxy in between Endor and Coruscant, technically.
So here's the only thing I really thought of to add when I was thinking about this earlier is, and it kind of lines up with maybe the point, was it Josh or Ezra made about maybe it wasn't so far in the past, is that tennis shoe asteroid that is floating around in Empire Strikes Back. So if we're thinking, I don't know when tennis shoes were invented, but if we're just going to take a little bit of poetic license with when far was, yeah, I'd say it's possible, and I would also say, since the asteroid was so huge and it was a tennis shoe, that maybe these planets and all these creatures and people, they're actually really, really tiny.
Oh, I should have been
even
paying
know.
attention for
I
that.
don't really even know what to say. Maybe. I mean, yeah.
Maybe they're like the citizens of Lilliput, like Gulliver's Travels, that kind of thing. Maybe Gulliver is from the Star Wars universe.
Maybe they're like the Whovians.
Oh, this is interesting. Now,
Thank you.
the Ewoks movies, those were not canon, right? I mean, they were canon at the time, but I don't think they're canon anymore.
What is it?
The Ewok movies,
Caravan
They
of
were
Courage.
Caravan of Courage and Battle
Oh.
for Endor.
Come on, Ezra.
Yeah.
So, anyways, and then this is what I found on Wikipedia for Ewoks Battle of Endor, an Australian box cover for the television film Ewoks Battle for Endor states that on the back that Noah is trying to get his starship up and running and return to Earth. So,
I mean, there you have it.
that means I'm trying to now my mind.
You
is
said
starting
Noah,
to
and now
break.
all my mind is picturing is like a modern day Noah building a Millennium Falcon to bring the
Well,
bring
it's
all
Noah
of
with
the
no
animals
H.
up to space when God floods the earth again.
It's not. It's Noah without an H. It's Noa. So no, I think it's Noah. But now I'm like thinking, Wicket was in those movies. So the
Mhm.
same time frame of Wicket's lifespan would be that someone named Noah had a starship and he was from Earth. So if we're going back hundreds of years, that means this guy was really advanced.
Yeah, so like again, that kind of breaks the whole theory I had with the Star Wars tales, because
Yeah.
I don't think any man from Earth had a spaceship when the Native Americans like roamed the land. And
Unless
Now,
we're
what
talking
if
about
he was
pre-flood
abducted?
civilizations.
What if Noah was
well,
abducted
wait a
and
minute.
then got the technology and he's trying to go back home?
It just dawned on me. Although never mind. I was gonna say Native Americans still kind of do roam the land, so it could be entirely possible that Han Solo crashed in the future and got murdered by
But no, because
a
it says
tribe of Native Americans.
126 years later, Indiana Jones discovered his skeleton.
Yeah, see,
And-
that's what I realized
and
before I
that's-
said.
Indy was
Here's the thing, though. I'm
1940s.
pretty sure that Han Solo got murdered by his son.
Yes.
Oh no, that
Are
was
you
a
sure?
clone.
I don't think I count honestly the new movies as canon.
Not just George Lucas. But seriously, what about a pre-flood civilization? They had more advanced stuff than we thought, and if we're obviously we're just hypothesizing, but why not?
Are you
That
talking
was a
about
long
the
time
ancient
ago.
aliens theory?
That was a long time
You've been
ago.
watching too much History Channel.
So, I think that it's possible, but I don't know who has actually gone to Earth. Noah from Ewok Adventure, we know him at least, I guess.
Guys, Josh, sorry.
But
Never
I
mind.
think
Go ahead.
Thrawn is there now. That's where he's been hiding out. What are you saying? What are you saying there, Kyle?
Well, you said Noah. I said pre-flood civilization. Like, I'm Noah.
You think it's the same
like,
Noah?
I think it's the same Noah. Like, we're really onto something now. This is pretty cool.
He went.
So Chase
well,
is
Still
like
better than
random
episode 9.
headcanon about building like a spaceship as an ark and flying it. That's actually the real truth here. That's exactly what
Yep.
happens.
He didn't only save the animals from the flood; he dispersed them on other planets as well.
Ewoks
no.
are bears. Maybe Ewoks are the only animals. Ewoks.
He-
Ewoks.
Maybe Ewoks were the only animals that survive space travel.
the Ewoks would have missed the boat.
Yeah.
So, all right. I'm trying to
I'm
think if
digging
we've
this.
actually answered the question to this.
No. I
Not
think
really.
I
I don't
think
think there is an answer.
the answer is no. I think no other alien that, well, I mean, and I think his post was more of a joke when he said it, ET is canon, because it's not,
ET
right?
is definitely canon.
He is.
Well, he is his species was in the movie.
Yeah, they appear in the Galactic Senate.
I will fight you.
All right. But I
So,
mean, all right, no, all right.
I mean, that's canon. I mean,
Yeah.
what is canon? Even when they reset canon, they said what is canon is the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's canon.
Movies
Now
and
I was
TV
reading
shows.
that it did say that Lucas and Spielberg made like a promise to each other that Spielberg would include the Yoda cameo and Star Wars toys in ET, and then George would include in his next movie the ET species in a movie.
Oh,
Now,
so
in
that to
82
me
when that
says
came out, I'm guessing even though Return of the Jedi didn't release till 83, that it was already done filming and they were just working on it. So that meant his next movie was The Phantom Menace.
see, that to me is concrete evidence that it's canon.
Yeah.
So I believe you. But then the answer for me is no. I don't think any other creatures from Star Wars have ever made it to Earth.
I think
Alright.
Thrawn.
Or maybe Thrawn, maybe Ezra.
And Thrawn and Ezra, they're here right now. They're my neighbors. The odd couple. But
All right, someone make that into a sitcom.
forget WandaVision.
Yeah.
Thrawn
No,
Calm
and
down.
WandaVision is gonna be great. I can't wait for WandaVision.
Me too. I'm excited for WandaVision.
I just
but-
like picturing the idea of Thrawn having to try and like paint his skin every day when he goes out to the shops. That way people
He's
aren't
got
just
like
like,
makeup.
what? He gets
and put
the color
contacts on.
contacts, yeah.
All right.
He
So
starts
what do
playing
you
chess
think?
and like Magnus Carlsen is nothing to him. He's just like, come on, is there no competition?
All right. So what do you think? Any other characters from the Star Wars universe made its way all the way to Earth? If you know of something that's hidden way in the EU or in canon, let us know in the comments, or just say hi. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm if you leave a comment. So thanks for watching, and ET phone home.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?